Okay? Now that you know how to do an auto email, let me add a little twist to it or show you a little extra tips for your information here. Let's do that same situation this time for Steve. So let me recreate his search, type in his criteria again. Same price range, 200 to 300, three or more bedrooms and 2 or more baths. And then when I go to my results, this time I've got the same 15 listings, but let's say I know right now that he doesn't like a few of these listings. So I'm going to select these 4 listings because I know he doesn't like them. He's already seen them. He's already told me about them. So what I'm going to do is before I save this as an auto email, what I'm going to do is refine the search criteria and I'm going to discard those criteria. Now I'm down to 11 results, and now when I go and save this as a new auto email, it's going to send just those 11 and not the 4 deleted ones. So when I scroll down here a little bit more, you're going to see that the search criteria now says the same criteria, but 4 listings have been discarded. So it's only going to send those 3 that have been saved, or the 11, but not those 4 that were expired there. Okay? And then let me show you another situation here. If I do that same search again, let me show you another one little option that you have. 200 to 300,000 for 3 bedrooms or more, 2 or more baths. And now I get the same 15 matches, but this time I'll do the opposite. I'm going to select the properties that I know he likes. Before I save this, I'm going to hit the refine button. I'm going to hit the narrow button. By hitting the narrow button, that means I like these 4 houses, and now when I hit the save button and I save it as a new auto email, what this is going to do, let me show you in the criteria here. It says this page saves the below search criteria 4 listings plus all new matches as an auto email. So it basically did not send those 11 that I didn't select. It's only going to send the 4 that I did select plus anything new from this moment forward. So that's another option to doing the same auto email. And then one last option to doing an auto email is the concierge mode. You can save an auto email in a concierge mode, which means that it will not send those listings to your client until you look at them and you approve them that you like them. Now to do that, you just simply do your search again, enter your criteria, type in your price range, and beds and baths, just like I had before. And then when I get my results, I'm going to save this as a new auto email, and then I'm going to turn this, come down here, I'm going to choose the option to enable concierge mode. Now when I do the concierge mode, in fact let me pick my client here, Steve again, and give it a subject lakefront again. And now it's in concierge mode. You notice before I put the check mark in there in concierge mode, I had my schedule, ASAP and daily, once a day, twice a day, and so forth. But as soon as I said enable concierge mode, the schedule goes away because it's not emailing it to Steve anymore. It's going to notify me first. Now, do I also want an email notification alerting me that there's a new match for Steve on his concierge? Just put a check mark in there, which I think is a great idea to do. Now, once I'm set, I hit the save button, which will take me to those approvals, and here are those 15 listings. He does not see these listings until I approve them. Now, I would go through, take a look at all these listings here, and when I don't like them, I just simply hit the reject button, and he never sees those 4 listings. If I pick the ones that he does like, and I hit the approve button, then he sees those listings. Those 3 or 4 listings that I just approved are now sent to him and are waiting for him to look at. So if he ever calls me back up in the future and he reconsiders his criteria, I can go back and look at these rejected listings to see if he wants to look at them again. So it kind of holds on to it as a little filing system, so I know what I've rejected or approved for him, which is much better than how it used to be there. Okay, and then one last example. Let's say I do this search and I enter my criteria again. And this time I make a rookie mistake and I get to the results and I go down, I hit the save button, and I meant to save it as an auto email, or let's say at the time maybe Steve didn't want this search set up as an auto email, and I made that decision to save it just as a search, not as an auto email. Well, if I save this as a search and I give it a name such as SFR Metairie, well, let's call it Metairie, that's fine, and I link it to Steve, and this time I hit save. Now what I can do is, if I made that mistake and I realize that Steve wants this turned on, well, it is not an auto email, it is a saved search. So I need to go to my saved searches, find that search for Steve right here, and I need to activate it as an auto email. So I just click on it, I go to settings, and then right here above the top I click on turn this saved search into an auto email. By clicking on that, it's going to take me through that same process that I just showed you, where I can give it a name, link it to the right person, the message, the concierge mode, ASAP daily, and then hit save. And you'll notice now it is not a saved search. It is now under my auto emails, and it's right here for Steve as an auto email. So that's how you can do a saved search or auto email. And I hope that explains a lot, and I hope you utilize this and practice this with some of your clients, or maybe with your own contact record, and hopefully this makes sense for you. Thank you.